Hello kids, welcome once again to your maths classes of grade 5th. We are again moving forward with this topic, that is chapter 2 in your maths course book, that is about 4 fundamental properties, part 2. In part 1 we have studied about the addition and subtraction. Okay, some facts about addition and subtraction. We have seen that first property was when we add 0 to or subtract 0 from any number, the result is the number itself. And when we add 1 to the number, we get the successor, and when we subtract 1 from a number, then we get the predecessor of that particular number. And we can write addends in any order, while the order of numbers is very important in subtraction. Through one pictorial examples of Neha and her dad, that how they were purchasing the electronic items, and how we have find the total estimate of their purchasing, and at last we have checked subtraction also with the help of addition. Okay, and this was the homework for you. So in today's class we are going to study about the remaining two properties. Out of 4 fundamental properties, 2 we have studied, that were addition and subtraction, and now we are going to study about multiplication and division. Okay, so there are again some properties, some points which we have to keep in our mind while doing the problems based on multiplication and division. So the very first property is, when a number is multiplied or divided by 1, the result is the number itself. Okay, when any number it is being multiplied or divided by 1, by the digit 1. For example, if I take the number 2 or I take the number 23, if I am multiplying it with 1, 23 multiply 23 into 1, the result will be the number itself. That is 23 into 1 is equal to 23. Or if we are dividing 23 by 1, 23 divided by 1, then the result also is the number itself. The result will be 23. So the same thing is written over here, that if we are multiplying the number 595 with 1, this is the sign of multiplication, this is the sign of division. Okay, that you have to understand and know. So if the number is multiplied by 1, the result is the number itself. And if the number, any given number, it is divided by 1, then also the result is the number itself. So this was the first property regarding multiplication and division. Okay, moving on to the second property. When a number is multiplied by 0, the answer is always 0. Yes, this is very important. Whatsoever large number is, whatsoever bigger or smaller number is, if that particular number is being multiplied with 0, then always the result will be 0. Okay, whatsoever large number is, even if we are multiplying 1 crore, 1 lakh, 10 lakh, 10 crores with 0, then also the result will be 0. Always will be the 0. Now, when 0 is divided by any number except 0, the answer is always 0. Now, if 0 is divided, 0 is being divided, as you can see over here, if 0 is being divided by any number, 0 is being divided with any number, then also the result is 0. If any number is multiplied by 0, then also the result is 0. Now, if 0 is being divided by any number, then also the result is 0. And here one thing is written, if 0 is divided by any number except 0, then also the result is always 0. Division by 0 is meaningless. Yes, if any number being divided by 0, then there is no meaning of that. The result will be meaningless. In a sense, we can say that a kind of 0, the result, there is no result. If we are dividing any given number with 0, then the result is meaningless. There is no meaning in mathematical terms. So this was the second property regarding multiplication and division, that you have to keep in your mind, that when a number is multiplied by 0, the answer is always 0. And when 0 is divided by any number except 0, the answer is always 0. The same thing is shown over here with the help of numerals, that suppose 127, if we are multiplying, this is the sign of multiplication. If we are multiplying this number with 0, the result is 0. Second instance is if 0 is divided by any number, then also the result is 0. And if any number is being divided by 0, then the result is meaningless. So this was the second property. Moving on to the third property, that is every multiplication fact has two division facts. Now the multiplication and division facts, they are being correlated with this point, that every multiplication fact has two division facts. Let us understand this statement with the help of this example. As you can see over here, 15 multiplied 2 is equal to 30. These kids, I would like to suggest you to learn tables if you want your mathematical calculations to be fast, to be accurate, to do it with more accuracy. Then you must learn tables from 2 to 20. Okay, at least 2 to 20 you should learn. You should start learning the tables. Okay, if tables will be learned to you, then you can do this multiplication and division sums very fast and very accurately and with proper understanding also. So please learn the tables from 2 to at least 20. Okay. Okay. Now 15 multiplied 2. 15 2s are 30. 15 multiplied 2 is equal to 30. Now this statement is saying that every multiplication fact has two division facts. So 15 multiplied 2 is equal to 30 gives 30 divided by 2. If we will divide 30, if we are going to divide 30 by 2, then 2, this is 3, we will take 1, 2 1 are 2. Then we minus 3 minus 2, 1. Then we put 0 over here. Now we have to, because 1 is smaller, so we have to put this 0. Now 2 5s are 10. Result is 0. So 15. So that is what written over here. When we will divide 30 by 2, then the result will be 15. Then we will got result 15. So this is the first division fact of this multiplication. This is the first division fact of this multiplication. Okay. And now 30 divided by 15. This 30 divided by 15 will give us result if we will divide. This is the process of division. We arrange the digits, the numerals like this, and then we do the division. 15, this is 2-digit number, and this is also 2-digit number. So 15, first we will take this one digit, the first digit, the digit at the tens place. So 15 is bigger, 3 is smaller, it can't get divided, so we will consider both these digits. 30. Now start reading the table of 15. 15 1 ja 15, 15 2 ja 30. Yes, we have got it complete. The result is 0. After subtracting, the result is 0. So every multiplication has two division facts. That it means to say that if we are multiplying, if we are doing 15 into 2 is equal to 30, then this 30, it has two division facts. It will get divided by 2 also. This 30 will get divided by 15 also. These two are division facts of this numeral, of this 30. This is the meaning of this statement, that every multiplication fact has got two division facts. That 15 into 2 is equal to 30. Now this 30, it has got two division facts, that this 30 is divisible by, this 30 is completely divisible by 15 also. This 30 is completely divisible by 2 also. That's what's shown over here. Okay, this 30, it has got two division facts. One is 2, one is 15. So this was the third property which you have to keep in your mind while doing multiplication and division sums. Okay. Now the last one line is also written over here. Large numbers are multiplied or divided in the same way as small numbers. Yes, large numbers, as we have already seen in our first chapter, large numbers are multiplied or divided in the same way as small numbers. Whatever is the rule for division of small numbers, the same is applicable with the large numbers also. Okay. So these were 3 or 4 properties related to multiplication and division, which you have to keep in your mind while doing problems based on multiplication and division. And kids, I would like to tell you that whatever properties, whatever facts, whatever points I'm explaining you, you also just make a note of it in your notebook so that you can easily revise it or recall it. Okay? Okay. The same thing now we can see over here in this book also. The same thing is written over here. Now let us understand some examples. These facts, how we are going to apply, how we are going to use these facts which we have studied right now, which I have discussed with you right now, with the help of examples. Kids, it is very important in maths to do practices, to do sums, to do problems based on the properties which we have studied for a clear and better understanding. Okay, so let's see the first example. Multiply 7156 by 23. Now you have to multiply this number with 23. Okay. So we have arranged this number in the place value according to their place values. Well, the first we have placed lakh, then 10,000, then 1,000, then 100, then 10, then ones. Then accordingly we have put the digit. So first we have to put the larger number, okay, because it is asking multiply this number by 23. So we have to put this first. So 7156, it has been placed according to its place value system. Now we have to put 23. So here you can say, you can see 23. 2 is at the tens place, 3 is at the ones place. Okay. Now we have to start multiplying, and this is the multiplication sign. Now understand the steps what we have to follow while doing the multiplication. See carefully. First we have to multiply this complete number 7156 to the 3, which is at the ones place. As you can see over here, 3 ones. At ones place, which is the digit? 3. So we have to start multiplying from 3 ones. Okay, 3 ones. With this 3 ones, with this 3, we have to multiply this complete digit. So we will start multiplying from ones, one side, ones, tens, hundreds, then 1,000. So let's start. 3 6 or we can call it 6 3 also. 3 6 18. 8 is placed over here. Okay, 3 6 18. 8 is placed over here. 1 get carried over here. 1 get carried over here. Now 3 multiplied by 5. 3 5s are 15. 3 5s are 15. 15 plus 1, 16. So 6 is written over here. 1 get carried over here. Okay, understand this step very carefully. What we have to do? We have to multiply this complete number with 3 because 3 is at the ones place. Okay, we have to start multiplying from the ones place. So which digit is at the ones place? 3 is at the ones place. So that's why I am multiplying. First, I will multiply with the ones place digit to this complete number in this sequence only. From ones, tens, hundreds, thousand. Okay, we have to move from this side. From this side. So 6 3s are 18. 8 written over here. 1 get carried over here. Then 3 5s are 15. 15 plus 1, 16. 6 written over here. 1 get carried over here. It is 1 get carried over here. Now 3 1 3 1 3. 3 plus 1, 4. So 4 written over here. Now nothing get carried over. Now 3 7s are 3 multiplied by 7. 3 7s are 21. So 21 is written over here. So after multiplying this complete digit 7156 with the 3, this is the result. Okay, this is the result. Now we have to start multiplying with 2 tens because 2 is at the tens place. So we have to start multiplying with 2 tens. But before we start multiplying with 2 tens, we have to put this 0 over here because we have already multiplied with the ones place. Now there is no need of multiplying with this ones place. This work is finished. Multiplication of the ones place is finished now. Now we have to multiply with the tens digit, 2 tens. So before starting multiplying with the 2 tens, we have to put a 0 over here. At the ones place, a 0 should be put. Before starting multiplying with the tens digit, the 0 is to be put over here. Okay, at the ones place. Okay, now start multiplying with this 2, which is at the tens place. You have to multiply this complete digit once again with the tens digit. What is at the tens digit? This digit is 2. And before starting multiplying with the tens digit, we have to put 0 at the ones place. Okay, because there is no work of this ones place now. Okay, now start multiplying. 2 6 are 12. 2 6 are 12. So 2 written over here and 1 again get carried over here. 1 again get carried over here. Remember that we are now multiplying this complete digit. We are now multiplying this complete large number with the tens place digit. With the tens place digit. Okay. And before starting multiplying with the tens place digit, first we will put 0 at the ones place. And we have to start writing from the tens place. Okay. We will start arranging the digits from the tens place. So 2 6 are 12. 2 written over here. 1 get carried over here. 5 2s are 5 2s are 10 plus 1, 1 is carried over here. So 10 plus 1, 11. So 1 written over here, 1 again get carried over here. Now these two we have multiplied. Now multiply this 1 with 2. 2 1 ja 2 and 1 was carried over here. So 2 1 ja 2, 2 plus 1, 3. So 3 written over here. Okay. Now this one is remaining. 7 2s are 14 and there is no carried over. So we have written 14. Okay. 7 2 ja 14. So whatever place values were remaining, we have filled the digits accordingly. We will move according to the sequence of the place numbers and the digits. Okay. Which digit, which place number block is empty, in that we will keep on filling the digits accordingly. After multiplying, then if something is carried over, then after multiplying we have to add that carried over digit also to the multiplicand. And then we have to write. If something get carried over, then we have to make that carried over to the next digit. And then we have to multiply and add that carried over digit. Okay. And if ultimately nothing get carried over, then we will write the digit as it is after multiplying. Now what is the next step? Now we have multiplied this 23 with this one. We have done the multiplication process. First we have multiplied with the ones place digit, that was 3. We have multiplied with this complete digit with 3. This was the result. And then we have multiplied this complete digit, the same digit, with the tens digit, that was 2, and 0 was placed over here. At the tens place it was 2 na. But what does it mean? 2 tens means 20. 2 tens means 20. So 0 was placed over here and this complete number get multiplied with 2, and accordingly this was the result. Now the next step is to add. Now what is to be added? Not this complete thing to be added. Only these two. This block and this block. These need to be added. Now let's see. 8 plus 0, 8. 6 plus 2, 6 plus 2, again 8. 4 plus 1, 5. 1 plus 3, 4. 2 plus 4, 6. And nothing is here. That means 0 is here. So 0 plus 1, 1. So after multiplying 7156 with 23, this is the result. 1,64,588. So with this example, we have learned how we are going to multiply any given number by any given digits, any given number, whether it is a small number or the big number. The step, the sequence, the method will be the same. Okay. So I hope this example is now clear to you. Okay. You also try it by doing yourself. Now let's see. Here we have to do multiplication with 2-digit numbers, that was tens and ones, 23. Now here in this example you can see we have to multiply with 3-digit numbers, that is 402. What is the digit? 402. We have to multiply 17,940 by 402. Now let's see the step. The previous two steps will remain the same. The previous two steps will remain the same. First, we will multiply this complete number. This complete number means 17,940 with the ones place digit. What is at the ones place? It is 2. Okay, so that same thing is done over here. Then what is the next step? Now we have to multiply this complete number with the tens place digit. What is at the tens place? Oh, it's 0. No problem. Again we will put 0 to the ones place because now there is no work of ones place. Okay, there is no work of ones place, so we have placed 0 and we have start writing, filling the digits from the tens place. Okay, now again there is one more digit at the hundreds place, to which we have to multiply this complete number, multiply this complete number. So the previous two places, as you can see over here, the ones place and tens place, first we will put 0 0 over here, then we will start filling the digits over here. Okay, so this was the only change. Previous two steps were the same, only the next step was that now we have to place a 0 at the tens place also, and then we have to start multiplying with the 100 place digit, that is 4 over here. Because what is the place value of this digit? It is 400. What we call it? 402. So that's why these two zeros have come over here. What was the place value of this 0? It was in the tens place and it is 0 only. So its place value was 0 only. So that's why 0 written over here. So now let's see how we are going to multiply. Okay, this property you remember? That when a number is multiplied by 0, the answer is always 0. That's why I have told you at the beginning of this video, at the beginning of this multiplication and division, that whatever properties is being mentioned over here, whatever properties I have explained you regarding these two properties, multiplication and division, these properties are always to be keep in mind while we are doing the sums, while we are solving the problems, doing maths based on these properties. So these points is to be always there in our mind, that yes, when we are going to multiply any number with 0, the result will be always be 0. Okay, now we can see over here this 2, we have to first multiply with the 2, then we have to multiply with 0, then we have to multiply with 4. Sequentially we have to move. First we will multiply with the ones place digit, then we will multiply with the tens place digit by putting 0 at the ones place, then we will multiply with 100 place digit by putting 0 at the ones as well as at the tens place. Okay, so 2 multiplied 0, result is 0. So 0 written over here. Now 2 multiplied with 4, 4 2s are or 2 4s are 8, 8 written over here. Now 2 multiplied with 9, 2 9s are 18. So 8 written over here, 8 written over here, and 1 get carried over at the 7. 1 get carried over here. Now 2 multiplied with 7, 2 7s are 14, 14 plus 1, 15. So 5 written over here, 1 again get carried over here, 1 again get carried over here. Now 2 multiplied with 1, 2 1s are 2, and 1 was the remaining or the carried over. So 2 plus 1, 3. So it becomes this 35880, 35,880. So when we have multiplied this large number with the ones place digit, that is 2, then this is the result. Okay, now moving on to the next step. That's the same thing is written over here, that in the first step we have to multiply this complete number with the ones place digit, that we have done. Now moving on to the next step at the tens place digit. So before starting multiplying with the tens place digit, what we have to do? First we have to place a 0 at the ones place. What we have to do? First we have to place a 0 at the ones place. So same thing is done over here. Okay, now start multiplying. This one is done. Now we have to multiply with the tens place digit. So 0 multiplied with 0 will give us 0. 0 multiplied 4, 0. 0 multiplied 9, 0. 0 multiplied 7, 0. 0 multiplied 1, 0. Oh, this complete section becomes 0. Why? Because we have studied when a number is multiplied by 0, the answer is always 0. So this fact is not going to change. It will be applied over here, because here we are seeing that this 0, it has to be multiplied with all these numbers, and whenever we multiply any given numbers, large number or small number with 0, the result is 0 always. Understood? Okay, now moving on to the next step, third step, because here we can see there are three numbers, na? There is one digit at hundreds place also, to which this complete number is to be multiplied. But yes, what we have to do? First we have to place 0 at the ones place and at the tens place also, because now we are going to multiply with the hundreds place. Now we are going to multiply this complete number with the hundreds place digit. So before starting multiplying with the hundreds place digit, what is the first step we have to do? We have to place a 0 at the ones place, and then we have to put a 0 at the tens place, because now there is no use of these two places. Now we have to multiply with the hundreds place digit. So start multiplying. Okay, 4 multiplied 0, it will give us 0. Any digit, any number get multiplied with 0, the result is 0 always. Okay, so 4 multiplied 0, result is 0. 4 multiplied with 4, 4 4s are 16. So 6 written over here, and 1 get carried over at this 9. 1 get carried over at this 9. Okay, now yes, 4 4s are we have done. Now 9 4s are, or 4 9s are, 4 9s are 36. 36 plus 1, 37. So 7 written over here, and 3 will get carried over here. This 3 will get carried over here. Okay, now 4 7s are 28. 28 plus 3, tell me, 28 plus 3, 31. So 1 written over here, and 3 get carried over here. Okay, 3 get carried over here. Now this one is done. Now 4 1 ja, 4 1 ja 4, or 4 plus 3, 7. So 7 written over here. Okay, so accordingly, as per their place values, we have arranged the digits. Now yes, again we have to do the addition. Now what will be the added? This block, this and this 3, because we have done 3 multiplications. There were 3 numbers. 402, this was the number, na? So all these 3, one multiplication step with the ones, one multiplication step with the tens, one multiplication step with the hundreds. All these 3 addends will get added up. All these 3 addends will get added up now. Yes, now this 0 plus 0 plus 0 will give us 0. 8 plus 0 plus 0 will give us 8. 8 plus 0 plus 0, again 8. 5 plus 0, 5. And 5 plus 6, 11. So 1 written over here, and 1 get carried over here. So 3 plus 1, sorry, let's write it clearly. 3 plus 1, 4. 4 plus 0, 4. And 4 plus 7, 11. So 1 written over here, and 1 get carried over here. So 1 plus 0, 1, and 1 plus 1, 2. No carried over. So 7 plus 0, it is 7. Okay, so this is the result now. 72 lakh 11,880. So this was the complete result when we are going to multiply this number with this number. Okay, so that's the same thing with this point is written, that remember, whenever we multiply a number by 10, 100, 1000, write 1, 2, 3 and so on, zeros respectively at the end of the product. The same thing which I have told you, that when we have finished multiplying with the ones place digit and we are now starting multiplying with the tens place digit, then we have to put 0. First we will put 0 at the ones place, then we will start filling the digits from the tens place. Now when we have finished the multiplication with the tens place digit and we are starting multiplication with the hundreds place digit, then what we have to do? First we have to put 0 at the ones place and at the tens place, and then we have to start filling the digits from the hundreds place. Okay, and what is the last step? Last step is that we have to add up all the addends. We have to add up, we have to do addition of all these addends accordingly as per the rule. So this is the result. Okay, so that's the same thing is written over here. So for this section of the video, only this much. Okay, about multiplication and division we have studied, we have learned some of their properties today, which I think you should keep in your mind. You can look over here also and you can note it down also in your notebook, whatever you are mentioning, because these properties, they are very much important whenever you are going to do some sums based on these properties, multiplication and division sum, then you have to keep these properties in your mind. And we have seen some of the examples that how we are going to do multiplication now. If it is 2 digit, if it is 3 digits, okay, then we have to remember these things. And this point is very important, which I have told you, that if we have finished multiplication with the ones digit, then and starting the multiplication with the tens place digit, then we have to put 0 at the ones place, then we have to start multiplying. And now if we are starting multiplication with the hundreds place digit, then first we have to put 0 at the ones place and at the tens place, and then we have to start filling the digits after multiplication. Okay, and at the last we have to do addition of all these addends, all these three multiplicants, they will get added up in complete way. Okay, so there is one example given here for you to do. So this is your homework. After watching this portion of the video, this particular video, you have to solve this product. These questions are your homework, and write down the questions also, mention the questions and then do their solution accordingly. First you mention the question A and do the solution thereover. Okay, whatever rough work you have to do, you do it then and there only. Where you are solving the problems, on the left hand side of your on the right hand side of your notebook, you just draw a line in the a little bit broad line and write their rough work, and you can do the rough work there only. Don't do rough work here and there or at the back of the notebook. No, whatever rough work you are doing in maths, steps are equally important as the result. Okay, there are marks for steps also. If you are attempting correct steps, then also you can get some marks even if your result is not coming adequate or not coming correct. So do not skip the steps. Do the problems, solve the problems stepwise. Okay, so here the solution is given. So this portion also I am giving you as homework. This is also your homework for today. You can note down these sums. That is and this is smart math. This is also your homework for today. Okay, so view this portion of the video. First one I can do for you. Now how fast I have done. When you will practice more, then you will also become expertise in doing so fast calculation. Okay, one I have done for you, rest is your homework. Rest of the things, these all questions are your homework. This portion, these 3 questions, oh, here the result is given. No problem, result is given, but you have to show me the steps, that how this result has came. Okay, you have to show me the steps, because the more you will practice, the more you will become expert in solving the problems. Okay, that's all for today's video and the class. See you soon with the next video. Thank you for the class.